Hi, this is Sam here, ARC, whatever, and yeah, I'm going on another walk, just like I did in November, and it's a nice summer's day here in January in Australia, and currently walking by the horse paddock. Yeah. Guessing all the horses are either off grazing somewhere else in the paddock, or they're all being rented out, or whatever. Or no, I think they're owned by certain people, but the people then rent out the paddock for use. But you know what I'm saying. Honestly, I was never really big into horses. I don't know, they seem kind of scary up close because they're freaking massive animals. They're like a ton or whatever. But yeah, you're probably wondering where I'm going today. Well, I'm going to the other filming location for Don't Play With Trains, down south at Angas Road. I think I may have called it Angas Street in the previous video, but it's Angas Road. And yeah, that's the one where the lady on her bike was filmed. You know, the beware the second train, that one. And yeah, this will be fun. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I might, again, like with the previous video, I might make some stops at some other points of interest along the way. Be nice, you know. So here we have the Women and Children's Hospital. It's formerly just the Children's Hospital, but you know, they decided to allow, you know, pregnant women, you know, for childbirth and stuff. And I used to know someone who was born here actually, and my younger sister came in here when she broke her arm back when she was 7 or whatever. And at the time I was 12. Actually no, if I was 12 she would have been 9, I guess. 8 or 9. 8. Well, so I was about 12 at the time, and I remember they had a cool playground here. However, she wasn't born here because we lived in the Adelaide Hills at the time, just on the outskirts of town. So Mowbray Hospital was the nearest hospital. I think my granddad was actually involved in the construction of that one, back when he was at least somewhat physically fit. And now, crossing this bridge here, wow, 1879. Oh. Damn. So this here's the River Torrens. This is the river which Adelaide is built on. And also I should probably mention that last video I brought up Westpac House and how it used to be the tallest building in Adelaide prior to these beard boys cropping up. But just for a little update, it's no longer even called Westpac House, it's the RAA Tower. The RAA is basically the Australian equivalent of the AAA, the the automobile service, you know them. Now they own most of the offices in that building apparently. Now we're coming up to the Adelaide Zoo. Oh my god, I used to love coming here as a kid. Still do as an adult. Oh, the little monkey. Yeah, it's got like this what you call half-tone. Really like a bunch of holes in the metal grating here. Some of the holes different sizes than others. So basically used as pixels and stuff. This is the old entrance when they first opened in like the late Victorian era. Then sometime later they moved the entrance to the literal opposite end of the zoo, but now the entrance is closer to here. Yeah, like when I was a kid, the entrance was like right on the opposite end near, it's like Park Terrace or something on the, but yeah. I used to have membership at this zoo. If I still did, I'd probably go in and show you some of the animals, but yeah, my membership expired at the start of 2020. Not because of COVID, but because I actually, got the membership at the start of 2019. It was meant to last a year. Eesh. Nice lettering, eh? And now we're coming up to the famous Rundle Mall in Adelaide. Man, I was so disappointed to find out that, oh, by the way, Kmart's still a thing in Australia. And this one here is actually where the old Toys R Us used to be. Rest in peace, Toys R Us. But anyway, I was so disappointed to find that this type of mall is not unique to Adelaide. They have one like this in Melbourne as well. Surprised it make it on the JJ McCullough's list of things that, oh, everyone, like your city is not unique, like that. Remember that list? But So yeah, I remember as a kid I thought this was the coolest thing ever, to just be able to walk in the street, having to worry about cars and stuff. And it's just permanently like this. Like, that was so surreal to kid me. A little further down we have the famous mall bowls. Or again, maybe the reason. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm just recording a video, that's why I'm talking to myself. Anyway, yeah, I always like this sculpture. Triumphant elephant. There's something so surreal about an elephant with basically horse legs. But the two roosters. Interesting name for a little bar cafe thing. So yeah, this came out here. Got these nice lifts here. Can't believe we used to use those for joy rides when we were younger, back when this was Toys R Us. Here we have Adelaide Arcade. It's an old oh, come on! It probably opens at a certain time, but at least we can have a look from the outside. Oh yeah, it's the Chinese New Year. The year of the rabbit. Been seeing Bugs Bunny plushies in the post office to cash in on that. Ain't they a bunch of stinkers? But yeah, this is a lovely old historical building. I love the older style shops here. Like something you'd see in Mary Poppins or what have you. Oh wow, an older style fountain. Even today, the pigeons really appreciate it. Yeah. I swear the tiles must be a lot more recent, like maybe 40 years old at the most. But anyway, here are those mole balls I was just talking about. two giant steelies on top of it, you know, one on top of the other. There must be like a really, it must be like welded in place, otherwise how is it not fallen off? Well, you know, when I was in studying animation in college, I proposed an idea for a short where there's also these pig statues a little further down, but basically I came up with an animatic for a short where one of them knocks the ball off and it goes rolling, a la Indiana Jones. Yeah, that's a nice sound it makes. Completely different to the sound effect I used for the animatic, where I just basically just tapped the side of it. Basically just grabbed a pen and I tapped the side of a 78 RPM record. Completely different sound, but then again, when a sound effect's ever accurate, everything's shut right now. It must be because I'm here so early. Oh yeah, this Rundle Plaza where they got a little food court downstairs. This is the Apple store. There's Woolies. Oh yeah, there's H&M. That's where they used to have that shop with the funny name. Anyone who grew up in Adelaide in the 2000s knows what I'm talking about, but yeah, they used to have a French Connection store, and historically they had a rather embarrassing acronym because they were based in the UK. I'll let you figure that out on your own, but yeah, now there's a H&M store here. I really like this pigeon statue for some reason. Is this Gawler Place? They still have the sign for the music shop there, even though it's closed down. Was zum Teufel? Not gonna lie, I can totally relate to that. There's, you know, when you have the little jobs to do at home and you're like, yeah, I'll do it later, and then it never gets done. But to be fair, I'm sure this is probably more like, you know, they gotta do paperwork and stuff. It always boils down to paperwork. But yeah, it's the former site of the music shop. I remember coming to this shop back when they sold like pianos upstairs. And yep, it was that famous RAA tower, formerly Westpac House, that I was talking about. Wow, it looks so magnificent, even after being stripped of its former title of tallest building in Adelaide. Let's hope no aviation-related disasters happen to this building, otherwise I'll have to cover it in a movie about an Indian girl living in New Zealand who turns into like a tiger or something. And here we have the Lost Ice Cafe. Basically, it's like this little casual dining restaurant where they have board games there and you can play them. Oh, hey, I know that font. That's Luminari. That's so cool. Well, anyway, yeah, I think they meant to write 12 p.m. because it's... Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah, but my friend and I went there once and we tried to play Risk. I thought I'd really get into that because it's geography based, but setting up was really hard and it was really convoluted just to set up the game. And yeah, it's funny, crap. It's funny because I remember hearing about that in one of the Nostalgia Critic anniversary films, Kick-Ass here, where the dudes are planning a coup against the Nostalgia Critic, and they were doing this strategy thing with the board game Risk, but they had trouble setting it up, and I thought it was just because they weren't into geography, but nope, even I had trouble with it. Oh look, they got a record shop in, I forget which suburb this is, but we'll have to look that up later, so I'll know. Oh, here we go, we're on Unley Road. So yeah, we got a record shop here on Unley Road, right next to this real estate, which appears to be owned by the Bard from the Owl House. That's nice. Non-binary representation. Yeah, it's a nice beautiful park right here in Mitcham, I think we're in now. Oh, I think the library, it's nice. Looks relatively new, like it's built in the past decade or so. I love when they have these little spots here. It's just like nature in nature. And I think this is the street where it has the crossing. Yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't able to get much footage today. It's just, I haven't really come across a lot of interesting spots. Maybe I'll get some more on the way back, because I think I have more power left on my phone right now than I did when I went to, the one at Birkenhead. Oh, and I think that's it down here. Wow, you hear that kookaburra sound? For some reason that sound is used for a lot of jungle scenes in movies. I bet a lot of American viewers think it's supposed to be like a monkey or something. And also, fun fact, that classic quote-unquote dolphin sound effect, I think originated in Flipper, and it's also been used in a bunch of other stuff like SpongeBob, Madagascar, Inside Out, and whatever. That's actually a kookaburra sound sped up. Yeah. Pretty crazy, huh? And here we are. Here's the level crossing where the Don't Play With Trains was filmed. There's another piece of my childhood right here. If you're wondering why it looks so unfamiliar, it's actually because the scene in the PSA was actually shot by... Let's have a look. Here, I'll show you, but... Yes. Okay, so basically, here's where the first train... That's where the first train came from. Here's where the lady crosses. And that's... Down there's where the second train comes from in the ad. So, if you come over to this side... Hang on. You see here, this is where the lady comes into the crossing at the start of the ad, even though for the rest of the PSA she's crossing from over there. I think the idea was they wanted to get the shots that were more like cinematic. Like in the ad you can even see the Adelaide Hills in the background. Yeah, crazy to think this part of my hometown was in a freaking Nostalgia Critic video. That is so cool. They probably never even heard of the city of Adelaide. I mean, considering he literally only knows about New Zealand for Lord of the Rings, or at least did when he made the video. Yeah. Yep, here it is, another piece of my childhood. Yeah, so that bus crossing through remind me of that movie. Saw a clip of it on YouTube where the bus full of school kids stopped on the tracks. Okay. Yeah. Here it is. So I'll be taking the train back into town soon when the train comes. I can get to the nearest station. Oh, and yeah, this bit here is called Egmont Terrace. Yeah, you get the idea. Or not, I doubt most people would know that tune. Okay, I'm so confused. Is that an actual bell ringing or is it a recording thereof? It sounds like a recording. Could just me not knowing how the acoustics of it work. So surreal seeing the boom gates open over there while the ones here are still down. It's like a really slow Mexican wave. It's